Turning focus. Action.
But she won't survive the process!
What an episode to kick off the series. Welcome back.
In this action-packed return, we go all heavy metal with some bionic baddies.
Majesty.
You're what now?
Things get explosive with my work experience.
That is a bang, isn't it?
Sparks fly with the Doctor and his new companion.
He's not a doctor.
What qualifies you, actually, the
Oh,
Doctor?
come on, I've got a sonic screwdriver. What?
And spoiler alert, we've got an exclusive peek from the next episode.
Welcome back to Doctor Who Unleashed.
And action.
Here we go. We've got liftoff on a new series of Doctor Who and a new series of Unleashed, where we bring you exclusive behind-the-scenes access to all things Who. That means new sets, new threats, new faces, and some familiar ones.
That's complicated things.
So shall we dive in?
It's the 30th of November 2023, so to put that into some sort of context for you, the first of the 60th anniversary specials with David Tennant and Catherine Tate, The Star Beast, that has just gone out on the telly, but we are here in a suburban Cardiff street in the middle of the night. It's a night shoot, it's freezing, but we're filming the first episode of Ncuti Gatwa's second season as the Doctor. Are you keeping up with me? Look, there's robots and there's a rocket ship, so it's just classic Doctor Who. But the last few weeks have been especially busy for his new companion.
You're what now?
So it's a big Whoniverse welcome, or should I say, welcome back, to Varada Sethu.
Some eagle-eyed Whovians out there will recognise Miss Belinda Chandra from episode 3 in season 1.
I'm Anglican.
Miss Belinda Chandra is a very, 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 very distant descendant of Mundy Flynn.
Did she look like me?
Absolute match.
Well, V, it's lovely to see you again, because this is the first time I've seen you on set, so congratulations.
Thank you.
You're having a nice time so
I'm
far.
having such a nice time. Yeah, I was really sad to leave last time because I think I came for a grand total of maybe 3 weeks or something, and I had such a good time.
Yeah.
It felt really sad to it felt sad to leave, and then I got the call to say that I get to come back for good.
Yeah.
So that was really exciting.
But how did Varada get from Mundy Flynn, Anglican Space Marine, to Belinda Chandra, NHS nurse and certified Star Queen?
So I wrote Belinda Chandra, and we auditioned an awful lot of people. We searched high and low, and there were some great people. We saw some really great people, and you know, the hardest piece of work you've got on this show is to get someone who'll match Ncuti, because he's so blazing and stellar. And it was just one day, I was on like the 100th edit of Boom, sitting watching it thinking, God, Varada's so good. What a shame I don't get to work with her. What a shame I don't get to write for her. And what a shame she can't come back. And then I just suddenly thought, oh, we've done this before.
Before Varada, Freema Agyeman, Karen Gillan and Catherine Tate made Whoniverse appearances before they became the Doctor's full-time companion.
So why don't we cast Varada? And I ran it past everyone, and it was the fastest yes we've ever had of anything. 'Cause normally people sit in committees and discuss things, and everyone just went, oh, great. What a great idea.
Okay, thank you.
When my agent called to say, would you be interested in meeting to potentially be considered for the companion?
Yeah.
It was so out of the blue. And also, I think the first thing I said was, but they know I'm in it already, right? She was like, yes, they do. I really wasn't expecting it. It's obviously something that's sort of like a dream job. But yeah, that was really exciting to then be in the room with Jane and Russell and kind of realizing about 5-10 minutes into the meeting that it's not like an audition, it was an offer.
Yeah,
and I was like, yes, yes. They were sort of like, no, go home and think about it. Nope, it's a yes right now.
What does the Doctor make of it all?
Very exciting to get to work with Varada again. She's an incredible actor, and we have such great chemistry. And yeah, I think Belinda Chandra, she really brings out a different side to the Doctor because she's a little bit older. She knows herself, and she's got a career, and she's got a life, and she's got responsibilities as well that allow her to see beyond the Doctor's charm. Like, she's not charmed by him, she's not wowed by him, she's not overly impressed by him.
I am not one of your adventures.
She doesn't want to be the sidekick to some guy who's just turned up. It's like, no, I want to go back to what I was doing. I was, changing the world. I was making a difference. To her, the way that she was doing that was through her work. But, she's pulled out of that world, and all she wants to do is kind of go back to serving her purpose.
Interesting that it's a doctor-nurse.
It is really cool. It's a doctor and a nurse. I don't know how it applies to, other than it being funny to say, like, oh, it's cool that it's a doctor and a nurse. Yeah, because obviously he's not a doctor, which gets pointed out regularly. I feel it should be pointed out. He's not a doctor.
What qualifies you, actually, to be the
Oh,
doctor?
come on, I've got a sonic screwdriver. What?
It's a glorious day, if rather cold, in January 2024. So I've come to the Mumbles, this beautiful part of southwest Wales, but a lot of that episode was actually written. I'm here to meet with Russell to find out what else he's got in store for us for Series 2.
Who is that? Who is that bothering me?
Hello.
Who's bothering me
Look
and
who it
interrupting
is.
me?
Hello.
Nice to see you. Hello, darling.
Thank
Are
you
you in a Doctor Who scarf?
Come on.
Come on.
Not just for you either, this is just...
I wouldn't let you in without it. Frankly, that's it.
Oh, look at that then.
Come on.
Oh, this is why you work from here.
Admire my... It is why I work from here,
Look
actually.
at that.
It's a vista, is it not?
Right, get the kettle on, is it? I could exterminate a cup of tea.
Is this the place where you had the idea for what was going to happen in episode 1? Or was it a germ of an idea that came to you walking around the Mumbles, or were you elsewhere?
I was here. No, it was in this kitchen. I think I was thinking of a birthday present for someone. I was thinking,
Yeah.
oh, God, the people used to name stars after people. And then I just kind of thought, what if you named a star after someone and the people who lived in that star thought that you were their queen?
Welcome to Miss Belinda Chandraville.
Don't you start.
Then, when that idea came, did you know that it was going to be Belinda? Or, where were you? at that
No,
point?
it was kind of like, it was a spare idea. I remember sort of saying about it, you could cast anyone with this. You could cast Kathy Burke and have her taken to a planet and then rescued and brought back by the Doctor as a one-off. You just kind of leave ideas sit there, and they kind of sit and they tick away, and things gather around them, and some ideas you abandon. But that one kept on growing, so it just kind of fell into place quite naturally. It was a good idea, sitting there waiting. It'd be a great one-off story, but it'd be a fantastic introduction for a companion.
So what's your name? Doctor what?
Just the Doctor?
What? You're actually called the Doctor?
Yeah.
All right then. I'm called the Nurse.
Doctor and nurse. Good team.
When you started thinking about Series 2, did you know roughly what the journey you wanted to take the audience on, or has that changed a lot as you've been writing?
It's both. It changes, and bear in mind, I've been thinking about this ever since season 1. We didn't just think of season 1 and then season 2.
Yeah.
It's like these are conversations that have been ongoing. Some of these scripts were commissioned way back. Some of them have changed. We've dropped some scripts. There's gorgeous stuff to come. It's like next week. We're in Miami in 1952.
Yeah.
We've got great things coming up. We've got a very unexpected sequel coming up. Got the Interstellar Song Contest. I mean, we'll be publicising that one right away. That one is going to kill us making that. Also, keep your eye on Anita Dobson,
Yeah, well, of course.
because she's been ticking away for a year now.
Yeah, she has.
She ended season 1 with that flourish in the snow on the
Yeah.
rooftop, promising terror to come. That's on its way.
Yeah.
Marvellous.
And where does that magic happen?
Upstairs.
Can
Up
I?
the stairs.
Could I be rude and ask to have a look at where
Yes, you can.
where it?
Come on, love.
What's the typical day for you like in here? Do you lock yourself in? Are you here for like 10 hours or?
There's no such thing as a regular day, really. I mean, I suppose I'm here by 9:30.
Yeah.
Which just depends how late I work. Sometimes I work at night, so if I worked at about 2 in the morning last night, then I would be later in the morning, obviously. Sometimes I don't even walk in here. Sometimes, if it's a thinking day, I'll just potter about and I'll go down and have a coffee and potter about. So I'm not always here. I don't sit here and have ideas and go, oh, that's a good idea, and type. If I've had the ideas before, the ideas it can be like when you're brushing your teeth, or, or sitting with your family, or walking, or watching telly, or reading a book. It's like the idea, that's when they pop up. It's very rare for in fact, I couldn't tell you, I don't think I've ever had an idea happen here.
Are you like a? Do you fist punch the air when you've nailed? When you think inside your head you
do I
nailed
just
it?
sit-
Do you scream? Do
I
you
sit here-
dance in celebration?
I do sit here laughing at my own joke. And then I laugh every time I read it back. That's just terrible. I have a little camera on me doing that. I do. And I cry at the sad bits, I think. Yeah, and I get excited. What I do is just play music all the time. And it's like, if it's exciting, if you're writing chases, which Doctor Who is mostly one long chase, I'm coming up at the end of episode 7 now. The peak of it's going to go higher and higher and higher. So I'll absolutely have loud chase music on then.
When you're pottering and you have an idea,
Yeah.
do you stick it on your phone? Do you voice note it? Do you write it down?
Never. No, I do. A lot of people do. That's fine. Good. But I think if you have a good idea, you don't forget it. And if I do forget it, I won't know. It's gone. Whoosh. But
Like the silence of it.
no, they just stay there.
And there's nothing on a piece of paper for it. It's just all up here.
No, if I get run over by a bus, no one will know how it ends. No, have I told anyone? No, no one knows. Partly because I haven't decided. There's a couple of ways you could get to the ending. That's the choices I've got to make over the next few weeks is choosing which way to go.
Yeah.
I know what happens, but I don't know how it happens.
Yeah, it's like one of those books. It was like turn to page 72.
Yeah, it is a bit.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Turn to page 71.
Yeah, just in your mind. Yeah.
Still to come on Doctor Who Unleashed. Whilst the crew shoot shooty on set, I shoot off to shoot a little something of my own for my work experience.
Oh, wow.
We discover how Stage 3 is transformed from this to this to this. And spoiler alert, we've got an exclusive peek at the next Doctor Who episode. But first, as well as his no-nonsense new companion, in this episode, the Doctor also had to deal with megalomaniac baddie AI Alan. Played by Johnny Green.
How long does that take then, Johnny? How long have you been creating?
So
10 minutes?
I got here, I wish. I got here at 7, and I think about 9:30 we'd done it. So actually it was pretty quick, really.
That's pathetic score. That's not too bad, right? Actually, 2.5 hours. Maybe you got the short straw. You got the long straw there. Are you putting a voice on, or did you think about that, or was that a conversation?
Yeah, I've had a
sort of
conversation with Vicky about that, about what we sort of feel is going to work best for it. Because I think I'm going to be on a mic for some of it. Once I've sort of heard that in the space, I think it'll help.
Yeah.
The robots will bring her to me, so metal and skin may weld within Miss Belinda Chandra.
Maybe some of it we'll do further down the line if we
Yeah.
want to go back and kind of... I think it's just about playing with it in the space and what sort of is feeling best. I've got ideas, obviously.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, 'cause it's
not
funny 'cause
married
it's-
to one version. At the moment.
Yeah, that's interesting because how characters change and develop, right? Because we sometimes think that you turn up as like right, there you are, there's your box, and you go just do that. But actually, with something like this, that's so unique and part human, part AI, part robot, part all of those things.
Exactly.
What would you sound like?
The robots will bring her to me, so metal and skin may weld within Miss Belinda Chandra.
There's also that factor of I want the end to be where I'm upset. I don't want that to be on the same level as everything I've done in the scenes before, because otherwise people go, oh, he's shouting again.
Yeah,
That'd be the worst thing ever. So I don't want to do that.
Belinda.
Oh my god. Alan, are you all right?
I am supreme.
But it's exciting. There's a lot going on in the scenes as well, so I don't think there'll be much time for me to sort of overthink or anything like that. Just be able to sort of feel it and feel what's working, you know?
Sharing the robotic limelight is Alan's mechanical muscle. No, I don't mean him. Let's meet...
The Miss Belinda Chandra bots.
This is probably one of the most surreal things we've ever done. Because this is a street in the middle of Cardiff that I used to live on the corner of, and then are just 2 giant robots in the back of someone's garden. It's a bit mad, isn't it?
Working with the robots was an experience.
My parents. Oh, my poor parents. The first bit that I had to shoot in the garden, I nearly got squashed between the two of them.
Yes.
Because they can't actually see where they're going.
Robots are kidnapping me!
I was getting pushed up from my back by one robot onto the front of the other one. And I was like, they're not stopping. I'm just gonna get crushed
This is where
on camera.
So who are the men behind the mechanics?
That's Robert. This is Robert.
Recognise him yet? This is actually the third time we've met Robert on Unleashed. Firstly, he played a Roth warrior in the 60th anniversary specials. And last season, he played the bogeyman in Space Babies.
How are you doing? This looks
very well.
very complicated.
It is, I guess. But the amazing people at Millennium have made it so streamlined, so comfortable.
Yeah.
It's kind of remarkable.
Yeah.
What I love about it is once you're in it, it looks like you're kind of operating a suit with like handles or something.
Yeah.
But it's all just us. Although right now it gives us these funny little T-Rex arms.
Yeah.
These bionic behemoths are the work of Millennium FX, the team responsible for bringing the live-action creatures of the Hooniverse to life. Designed digitally, the suits were then 3D printed, with each robot split into 28 individual pieces for the torso, and then 6 pieces for the legs, as well as all the mechanisms on the inside too. The pieces were then glued together before being moulded with silicone and then cast out in fiberglass to make a sturdy shell. In all, it took 8 weeks to make the 4 full robots. And before they went onto set, the suits had to be tested. The man in the second robot can is Stephen, who also played a Roth warrior alongside Rob in the specials.
What you have to make sure is that you're ready to be on camera.
That feels lovely and padded.
So you need to know that they will work with the cameras, with the shot size, with the whole staging of it on the stage, on the set, to make sure that everything's working.
Where would you like me?
One of the things in particular is the movement, making sure that the robots would be able to move at the right time.
I mean, ultimately, you could do this on the day, but we never have enough time. So it's like rehearsal, it's camera testing, it's practical tests, like how long it takes them to put them in. I don't know if you've noticed, but there are 2 stands for their arms, so they can rest, because it cuts off the circulation otherwise.
Cool. Just turn around. Let's do that once more.
It's preparing. You have to be prepared with anything. If you encounter anything, you know what to do, or you've got enough rough understanding of how to solve because you've already had some testing.
After a few further checks and adjustments, the suits are signed off and are ready for set.
When you were the bogeyman, you talked about your performance. In this, because it's quite static, can you still sort of give a performance, or is the suit doing a lot of that work?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
It's interesting, isn't it? I guess, that applies to every kind of creature. This one is obviously the biggest suit on top of the performer. We kind of wanted to bring an expressive life to it, but then they're also robots, so it's got to have that kind of digital feel.
Yeah.
But then also it's got a fluidity to it. You want to make it look like it's made of metal, so that we are these like car-sized things that are lumbering in. So that's part of it as well. And then making the moves kind of very economic, because it's not an organic thing.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of expression you can still get, even though it's really the other end of the spectrum to the bogeyman.
Yeah.
It's not one stuff.
Well, I'll let you get finished up.
I'll let you get back to your TV.
Yeah, I know. Keeping me warm. I don't want to say his head will keep me warm because I know you're cold in there because you've only got like 1 layer on.
Well, I can put a little hot water bottle in here.
Oh, hello.
And then between takes, we stuff duvets in.
Thanks, Mom.
They're looking after us.
Hey?
And I've got a heat pack on my kidneys.
You know, the highest tech TV show in the land, hot water bottle. That's all you need.
Hot water bottle, tea and a paper cup.
Perfect. Thank you very much, mate. Right, I'll see you later.
See
Good
you
luck.
later.
Thanks.
Bye. Bye.
Season 2 of Doctor Who has been filmed entirely in South Wales, and Mission Control is Wolf Studios in Cardiff. Consisting of 7 stages and a backlot, the studio has a constant buzz of sets being built, dismantled, and repurposed for future episodes. And of course, there's sets being filmed on.
One of the advantages of filming here in Wolf Studios in Cardiff is you've got these giant stages for big, complicated sets. Look how big it is.
For the designs in this episode, Russell had something very particular in mind.
I just wanted the aesthetic of the 1950s. There's something a bit dumb about the robot.
There we go. Hello.
If they'd been very modern AI robots, they would have looked a bit too stupid. So they've got a bit of old-fashionedness. They've always got an old-fashioned courtesy about them. And there's almost a politeness about them.
You are Miss Belinda Chandra.
How do you know my name?
Name confirmed. Your Majesty.
You're what now?
So that made me think there should be something a bit retro about them. So once you start thinking of that, once you start thinking of robots, and I wanted them to have great big laser guns, I love those laser guns. An old-fashionedness just creeps into it, and it just became the 1950s. That kind of bled into the whole thing and became part of the design and the style of it, and it's lovely. I love it.
Rewind to October 2023 with filming of the episode still 8 weeks away. I met production designer Phil Sims to ask him how he planned on transforming this empty studio into Russell's retro dream.
Phil, when you see it in this state,
yeah,
which is basically an empty room,
yeah,
with some wooden floors, are you excited about what it will become? Is it panic, maybe? Because there's quite a lot to do, isn't there? You're filming in a few weeks.
Mainly, I feel great. This is perfect.
Yeah.
As soon as it starts to be built, then the anxiety levels build.
Yeah.
And the stress levels build.
Yeah.
I mean, it just gives us a chance to, you know, hark back to your childhood or your favourite B movies, your favourite 50s movies. So this is quite influenced by something like Forbidden Planet and This Island Earth, which was a reference Russell had that he really liked.
Yeah. And it will inhabit this space.
Yeah.
Soon.
Very soon.
Fast forward through 8 weeks of hard graft and a whole load of green paint, and the empty studio has been transformed into a 1950s sci-fi set.
Wow, well, this is it then, Phil. It's crazy to think that the last time we were in here, it was just basically tape on the floor.
It was, yeah.
And your brain.
On the floor. Yeah, it was, yeah.
And you're going to be filming on it in like less than an hour?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. The crew are coming in now, so it's all going to kick off any minute now.
How do you feel?
I love it. I'm really pleased. I'm relieved.
Yeah.
Because it's a huge set to build in the time that we had.
Yeah.
But
it's big, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm over the moon. It's amazing. The guys have done so well. It's brilliant.
I think the catwalk, I love that. And then obviously the console is just great, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the AI generator.
Yeah.
That's Alan.
Alan?
Is that your favourite part of it, Alan? Your big...
Oh, it's one of my favourite parts. I mean, the set itself is one of my favourite things of all time that we've worked on so far. Yeah, it is.
Of all our time walking around all the different sets that you've built, Phil, I know that you've reused lots of stuff.
Yeah.
But this is the first time I think I've seen a set like this where you've got so many different locations in one spot.
Yeah, it's kind of evolved, as these things do, to become a parallel set. So it's going to work as the AI generator where Alan lives.
Yeah.
And then it also becomes a robo chamber. That's how we designed it.
Yeah. And how difficult is it for you to dress it so that it feels different enough for those other sets?
It's not very difficult at all. We've got 2 bits of dressing. We take them out, it's dressed, it's done. Change the lights. It's all down to Sam Kerr, the DP, who's amazing.
No, it's really atmospheric, Phil, I have to say.
Good.
I think I might agree with you.
What's your favourite?
I think
Is it your favourite?
I think I kind of do.
Stage 2 will hear you. Don't. Yeah, and it's very sensitive.
It's just me and you here. And Alan.
With everything from laser gun battles to walking through walls to dry ice and even a light dusting, the SFX team are involved in almost every scene of this action-packed episode. So, to kick off my work experience for this series, I'm going in all guns blazing, alongside SFX supervisor Danny Hargreaves. And if I'm a good boy, he's promised me I can shoot some stuff and blow some stuff up. But not on the actual set. That's only for the professionals. I've got to play outside.
Right, let's drag that back. What we're setting up here is a typical Doctor Who, where it's like bullet hits, laser hits.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't necessarily test this now, but we're going to give you a go.
There we are.
This is why we're setting. Yeah, we're setting up for you to get familiar about what the effect is, how it's going to work, and we'll even get you to press the button as well. Is that all right?
Pressing buttons. Yeah.
Okay. The best thing that I love to do on Doctor Who, which is the paintball gun, the Zerk gun. So it's a paintball gun.
Yeah.
But we have these little pellets inside, which are basically, they look like, I can get one out for you. It's a material that with friction it's sparks, all right? So it's got casing inside. really good fun effect, but it's super serious because what we're doing is we're shooting a projectile.
Yeah.
And we never shoot them at the cast or anyone like that. We're shooting behind them. And what this does, this is just a really quick way of achieving those spark effects that you see. Yeah, but obviously safety in mind.
Yeah.
We treat it like a real gun. Cock's ready to go.
Yeah.
Safety's off.
Oh, wow.
All right. So take your aim.
Amazing,
So the
thank
safety's
you.
on at the moment.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you're going to shoot at where I was shooting.
Yeah, yeah,
okay. So
perfect.
aim up now. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
And then we're going to take the safety off, and then we're going to shoot. Very good. There we go.
Thinking, Danny. That's 3 from 3 there. Did you see that?
That was pretty good, actually.
Did you see that?
Yeah, very good, very good.
3 from 3 then.
Time to take things up a notch.
So what this is my remote firing system.
Right.
All right. Now, what this means is there's very little wiring that needs to happen. So my team at the moment are plugging in the pyrotechnics.
Yeah.
Each one of those has a thing called a receiver. And then they put them in a sequence. You with me on this? Yeah, you still with me on this? Yeah. Okay.
Receiver, sequence.
That's exactly it. And then we put them in order. So wherever we want to start the sequence, we start with number 1 and we run. So what we're going to do is we program this and it's going to go bam, 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 bang.
This looks very much like you're a Bond villain.
It is pretty
Like
cool.
it's one of the boxes that you
Every
have.
time I pick it up, I think I am, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is so powerful. I mean, essentially, we could program this. I can take this in my car and drive off down the road, just press a button and it's still happen.
Because it basically means you can be far enough away.
I can, yes. Yeah. So we obviously, this is programmed so that we are far away. I'm pretty much nearly really quite close a lot of the time, and that's purely because I need to see what's going on. So anything changes, the action changes, the doctor slips over, or something falls not quite how we want, we've got to be quick and not fire. So the first thing to do now is obviously make sure that the environment around us is safe, okay?
Yeah.
So there's a few people that have turned up. We've got fire protection here. The gentleman here is with the fire protection to make sure that we're all good to go. Now you're going to press the button on this occasion.
Oh, hello.
All right. So when you press that button number 1, things are going to happen.
Right.
All right. Okay. So I
don't know if I will. I don't know. I can't
you get all nervous now. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I was all full of bravado earlier. Like, I can blow stuff up, and now it's come down to it.
Right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
And we're going to count 3, 2, 1, and you're going to press that button.
Okay.
All right. You ready?
Right, yeah.
Don't press it too soon.
No, I'm gonna,
okay. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Firing in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, wow. Flipping heck. Well, that is a bang, wasn't it? You didn't know? I thought it was going to be like some smoke going off. That's like
No, I told you it was going to be a bang.
Oh, it's amazing. And it feels... It's weird, isn't it? The power when you press the button.
So we've seen what that does now. So imagine we're going to put that into the set, probably a bit more.
Yeah.
So yeah, ready to go.
As the SFX team tool up, I'm going to observe from a safe distance.
Now that is how you blow stuff up on set without hurting anyone. How cool is that?
Next time on Doctor Who.
Watch Doctor Who Unleashed on the Doctor Who YouTube channel.